Hello guys, welcome to the video, and I hope you all are in the pink of your health. So welcome to the video, and here in this video we are gonna discuss about a task 2 of our IELTS writing module. So as we all know that the IELTS has two writing modules. In the academic one there is writing task 1, which is related to an illustration, and we are supposed to write a report regarding that. And in the part 2, or you can say task 2 part of our writing task, we are supposed to write an essay of about 250 words, so about a topic which would relate to a general debate, or you can say a general universal statement. Okay, so yesterday we discussed one of the task 1 in our video. So here I would like to discuss one type of task 2, in which you are given two different opinions and you are supposed to choose any one. It means you have to discuss about two things before deciding, because we need justification in our writing task. As we have discussed earlier in the previous videos, that our IELTS writing portion is divided into different parts like task achievement, coherence, cohesion, lexical resources, and the grammatical range and accuracy. So it is better that always you concentrate over your task achievement portion. The task achievement portion, I would repeat that it is related to our data that we are mentioning in our writing task. It means that the invigilator, or you can say the examiner, is going to check that whether we have used sufficient amount of data, or you can say sufficient amount of points or arguments to satisfy the need of the statement, or to satisfy the requirement of the statement. So always use one trick while writing IELTS task 2, that is brainstorming the ideas. This means that before you start to write, just allocate 5 minutes on preparation. As we all know that preparation makes us attempt anything in a better way. So always try that whenever you start writing the IELTS writing module, then always prepare yourself before writing, because once you know all the ideas that you want to discuss about the topic in your task, then it is sure that you would write it in a short time span. That is very beneficial for you, because we know that in our IELTS writing we are supposed to complete the task 1 as well as the task 2 in just 60 minutes. So there is a time barrier on ourselves, so please be decked up to do brainstorming before starting to begin the writing. Correct? So coming back to the task achievement, we know that the task achievement is related to the data which we are writing in our writing task. So similarly, as we told in the previous video, that for task 1 the task achievement means that sufficient amount of data should be mentioned in the report. Similarly, in the case of task 2, the task achievement portion accounts for the arguments that we are stating in our essay. It means that whenever you read a statement, clearly understand the aspects which the statement revolves around. Always write the things, or you can say write the questions that are arising in the statement, the things that you think that should be mentioned for justifying your opinion, because until you justify, you will score good. But once you deviate from your topic and you fail to justify or clarify any of your arguments, then your score will fall down. Whether you are good at vocabulary, even then your score will not go up or not go beyond 5.5 if you are not clarifying your opinions, because lack of justification, or you can say paradoxical statements, which means criticizing or proving your own statement wrong, may also even make your score fall down. So always remember before writing that the statement that you were stating true in any of the one body paragraphs, that should not at all be criticized in the other body paragraph. It means never write paradoxical statements and never ever deviate from your topic. Just cover all the points that are needed to justify the statement rather than beating around the bush. Don't revolve around the topic, just stick to the topic only. Don't write sentences which do not even relate to the topic. They will not contribute in your score, rather they will make the examiner feel bored. So don't exaggerate your ideas, rather keep them precise, keep them compact. That will be sufficient optimum for you to score a very good band. Okay, now returning to our video, about the writing task 2 topic, which is some people prefer to work for a large company, other prefer to work for a small company. Which would you prefer? Use specific reasons and examples to support your choice. So in this we are given two opinions, and out of these two we have to choose one. So we all know that before without giving justification we cannot choose any of the one. So even if you choose first option, that is some people prefer to work for a large company, then also you are supposed to mention about other statement, because without writing about other statement you cannot choose any one, as there are two statements given. So remember, you have to discuss about both before making your opinion, because if you are choosing one and discarding the other, then there should be a specific reason that you should mention in your task. If you fail to mention that reason due to which you are discarding or you are disagreeing with any statement, then your task achievement section will fall down if you fail to write the reason. So coming to the introduction of this, the issue whether working for a large company is better than for working a small company is controversial one. We saw that in our statement there was a comparison in working for a large and small company in two different sentences. So in order to get good score in grammatical range and accuracy portion, it would be better if you guys make a comparison sentence. That is, the issue whether working for a large company is better than working for a small company is a controversial one. Means this is a controversial, debatable, or you can say moot issue, which has a good side as well as a bad side. From my everyday experience and observation, I think that every option has its advantages and disadvantages. I base my opinion on the following points. From the one side, working for a large company brings many benefits. So in this, we are appreciating the large company. First of all, one has better medical insurance, higher salary. Often, employees of a large company have less responsibility. Moreover, they feel more secure because their company has more clients, and this means they have better chance to survive on the modern market. However, one working for a large company has less chance to be promoted. So after discussing the merits, we are coming about the demerit of a large company. So this method can also be opted that whenever you are given two choices, always discuss the advantages as well as disadvantages of any one in the BP1, and the next two the advantages and disadvantages for the next one in the BP2. This method is also good because you will use comparisons, then it will mark your score on a good scale. So, however, one working for a large company has less chance to be promoted because one's manager does not want to lose his or her job unless she or he is promoted too. Also, to my observation, managers of large company do not pay much attention to one's solutions and suggestions. So, as you have seen that in this body paragraph, the sentences were quite short. It means they are lacking somewhat elaboration. So, this has affected the band scores. So, try to use as much long sentences as you can, and you can extend your sentence with the help of connectors. Yes, linking is very important in our writing. So, if you want to score good, always remember that linking of our sentences is imperative. Always try to use long sentences rather than shorter ones, because the long sentences will involve more connectors and more clauses will be joined. So if there are more clauses, then surely it will enhance your grammatical range. From the other side, working for a small company has many advantages too. Firstly, one has better chance to be promoted. Secondly, one can talk to the owner of the company about any improvements that can be done in order to get more profit. Another important aspect of working for a small company is the opportunities to find out more about how company works. As a result of this, one can gain more experience and get better recommendations. However, this also has some disadvantages. For instance, one can get less salary, worse medical benefits, etc. To sum up, I think that every person chooses for himself what he or she wants. If one wants better career and more responsibilities, then a small company is better choice. Otherwise, working for a large company may be a good option too. So, we have discussed the advantages and disadvantages, and then at last we have based our opinion on the choice, or you can say the perspective of any individual, that it depends on a person who is going to do the job. It depends upon their perspective about the decision they are going to make about their job, or you can say about their workplace. So this was a quite 7 band score, 6 to 7 band score idea for the statement. And if you have any query or any doubt, please leave a comment in the comment section below, and please do not forget to like the video. So the things which we have discussed in this video, please remember to apply them in your daily routine so that you can score good bands in your writing task of the IELTS.